Alor sits on the far eastern edge of Indonesia, tucked between Flores and Timor. It's remote, rugged, and not very touristy. Getting there is part of the adventure. We flew from Kuala Lumpur to Jakarta, then on to Kupang, and finally a short hop to Kalabahi. We visited in October 2025 and got pretty lucky with the conditions. Mostly sunny skies, calm seas, and just a few short tropical showers. Water temperature at this time was a very comfortable 28 to 29 degrees Celsius. We stayed at Alor Tanapi Dive Resort, which is perfectly positioned along Alor's central coastline. Most dive sites were short boat rides away, and being centrally located meant the dive team could plan around tides and currents easily. The resort only hosts 16 guests, so it feels peaceful and exclusive. Each chalet sits among trees on a hillside and is spacious, air-conditioned, and very comfortable. We especially loved the semi-outdoor showers and large decks that were perfect for drying wetsuits overnight. Meals were excellent and customizable, with a good mix of cuisines. And the dive center is just a few minutes downhill to a small beach where the boats are parked.
But we have the twin engines, it's great in case one goes. But do watch them, watch the propellers, they're sharp even when they're off.
Diving in Alor is all about big underwater scenery. Think dramatic wall drop-offs and wide reef slopes covered in healthy corals with visibility often beyond 20 meters. You don't really come here for non-stop pelagic action, though there's always that small chance of seeing hammerheads. Even without big sharks, the reefs feel very alive. Thousands of tiny reef fish blanketed the corals in every direction. It was a constant explosion of color and motion wherever we looked. Most dives are pretty relaxed with mild currents, but there are a couple of sites that bring the adrenaline. Our first dive at Bama Reef was the perfect introduction to Alor. We dropped along the steep wall where the lighting and shadows made everything look extra dramatic. Almost immediately, we spotted a large bumphead parrotfish, a hunting shoal of bluefin trevallies, and tons of reef fish going crazy over sergeant major eggs. We also came across several traditional bamboo fish traps, a common sight at many Alor dive sites. We ended the dive on a shallow slope packed with healthy coral and huge schools of tiny fish. It looked like underwater fireworks going off everywhere. Bakalang Jetty was a super chill afternoon dive. We swam between tall jetty pillars completely covered in colorful soft corals, hard corals, and sponges. With the afternoon sun shining through the pillars, the whole place had a very calm, dreamlike vibe. The highlight of Cathedral is its striking underwater rock formation. The interior of the cave-like structure is coated in coral growth, and gazing out through the bright opening feels like peering through the rose windows of a grand cathedral. An image that fittingly inspired the site's name. Munaseli is one of Alor's most famous dive sites, known for big pelagic encounters like hammerheads and even thresher sharks. We've seen hammerheads here on previous trips, but no luck this time. Still, hooking onto the reef and watching eagle rays and white-tipped sharks cruising in strong current was exciting enough. Despite the name, Mangrove isn't actually a mangrove dive. What it does have is strong current during falling tide, which makes for a really fun drift. We basically zoomed across beautiful coral gardens while fish zipped around us in every direction. The current eventually got too strong to continue safely as a group, so we ended the dive a bit early. It was a fun, slightly chaotic dive that broke up the rhythm of the more relaxing ones. We took a 1-hour drive to Takpala Village to visit the indigenous Abui tribe. The village is made up of traditional thatched houses on stilts arranged around communal stone areas. We were welcomed with a traditional dance performance. Soon they invited us to join the dancing, and that shared moment felt genuinely special. We also visited some of their homes and browsed handmade crafts and textiles at a small market set up for visitors. Next, we visited Ternate Village, just a short boat ride from our resort. Walking through the village was lovely. Houses were brightly painted and decorated with murals showing animals, nature, and daily life. This village is known for traditional textile weaving using hand-spun cotton and natural dyes made from plants and minerals. We saw the full weaving process, from spinning thread to dyeing and weaving on traditional looms.
Did you remember this one? Oh, he playing with turtle. He playing with turtle. Mawan. Mawan.
Oh no!
Yes. Now it's time to play with us.
还是跟之前一样，很热情。
全部人看那个海龟都不要看毛啊！妈妈，等一下再看，先看海龟。
Jangan lepas tangan, mesti pegang-pegang tangan.
Mawardi the Dugong is something of a gentle celebrity in Alor. For years, local fishermen and coastal communities have shared stories of a remarkably friendly dugong that frequents the seagrass meadows near Mali. He has become both a symbol of the region's healthy marine ecosystem and a beloved figure in local folklore, known for his curious and unusually sociable behavior around boats. Entering the water with Mawardi was not permitted due to his overly friendly nature, which could unintentionally put both visitors and the animal at risk. On the way back, we released the turtle closer to shore. One of the most unexpected moments of the trip was spotting a Pygmy blue whale. These whales migrate through the waters of Alor, but sightings are still rare, so we were incredibly lucky. From the surface, the whale looked enormous.
Ooh, it's on its side. You see the fin, the dorsal fin?
We made multiple careful attempts to get in at the right moment, but they were always just slightly out of range. Out of all our tries, we managed only one brief underwater glimpse. that single moment was more than enough. If you want a quiet, uncrowded destination where you can enjoy great diving, interesting wildlife encounters, and meaningful cultural experiences at a relaxed pace, Alor is hard to beat. It's peaceful, beautiful, easy to dive, and offers just enough adventure to keep things exciting. This is the kind of trip we'd happily do again when we just want to slow down and enjoy being somewhere truly remote.